In the year 2023, Mani found himself in a world full of trials and tribulations. As the calendar pages flipped to reveal the dawn of a new year, he was met not with the festive cheer of renewal, but with an icy gust of challenges that would test his mettle to its core. Let's rewind for a moment to the onset of 2023, when Mani was but a regular man, earning his bread and butter in a job he loved. But as fate would have it, the economic downturn had other plans. The job that once brought him joy and security was lost to the cruel claws of redundancy. As if the sting of job loss wasn't enough, the world was plagued by a global pandemic, an invisible enemy that left a trail of destruction in its wake. Mani, like many others, was thrust into a reality of isolation, fear, and uncertainty. The once bustling world outside his window became a ghost town, a stark reminder of the strange times we found ourselves in. Amid global crisis, personal loss knocked on his door, the loss of a loved one, a pain so profound it shook his very foundations. His heart, heavy with grief, mirrored the somber mood of the world outside. These trials of 2023 chipped away at his mental health, casting a dark cloud over his once optimistic outlook on life. Anxiety, depression, and loneliness became his unwelcome companions, painting his days in shades gray. But every cloud has a silver lining, and amidst these struggles, Mani discovered a strength he never knew he possessed. He found resilience in the face of adversity, courage in the face of fear, and hope in the face of despair. He learned that the human spirit, much like a diamond, is formed under pressure. Indeed, the year 2023 was a test of strength and resilience for Mani. But as the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And Mani, battered but not broken, was ready to rise from the ashes, ready to make 2024 his year. However, as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. And so it was for Mani. Amidst the trials of 2023, he found a spark of resilience, a beacon in the darkness. Despite the weight of his struggles, he began to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. His became his shield, his resolve, his sword. No longer did he wallow in despair, but instead he sought the support he needed, reaching out to those who could guide him. Learned that it was okay to ask for help, that it was not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Mani began to envision a better future, not just for himself, but for those around him. He started to lay down the groundwork, to plan not for a year of survival, but for a year of thriving. With every downfall there is a rise, and Mani was ready for his. As the calendar flipped to 2024, a new chapter began in Mani's life. He stood on the precipice of the future, ready to cast aside the shadows of yesterday and step forward into the light of a fresh start. This was no longer the man of the previous year, burdened with despair and regret. Instead, he was a phoenix, rising from the ashes of his past, determined to make this new year his own. His first goal? To seek employment. Mani knew that finding a job would not only provide the financial stability he desperately needed, but also a sense of purpose, a reason to get up every morning. He was ready to roll up his sleeves, to put in the hard work, to prove to himself and the world that he was not a man to be discounted. But he also understood that a job was not the be-all and end-all. He knew that he needed to address the silent battles he had been fighting within himself. So, Mani made a promise to focus on his mental health. He would seek help, reach out to professionals, and learn to navigate the labyrinth of his own mind. He was ready to confront his demons, to heal, and to grow. Then there were his relationships. He knew he couldn't change the past, but he believed in the power of forgiveness, in the strength of love, and in the potential for second chances. Mani would reach out to those he had hurt, extend the olive branch, and strive to rebuild the bridges he had burned. Yes, the road ahead was long and fraught with challenges, but he was not the same man who had crumbled under the weight of his struggles in 2023. He was stronger, braver, and more determined than ever. Mani was ready to face whatever 2024 had in store. With hope in his heart and a plan in his hand, Mani was ready to conquer 2024.